all I can say is most of my opponent they can easily say something before the fight. I mean, that's usually that what I heard from them, that I'm easy opponent, I'm easy to beat. But the thing is, when we get to the ring, it change. It will change the way it is. And that's the thing.
Manny has a lot of experience, at the highest level and competing at the highest level, and that makes this that much more interesting. But like I said before, there's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather, and he can tell you that himself.
I'm enjoying the way I'm excited. In fact, I'm excited to go back to the Philippines and go straight to the gym and training and focus my training, focus for the fight. And I just want to make sure that the fans will not be disappointed on that night.
At a fiery press conference, Manny Pacquiao delivered a bold ultimatum to Floyd Mayweather Jr., announcing his readiness to shatter Floyd's pristine, unbeaten streak. The Philippine legend boldly proclaimed his intention to defeat Mayweather decisively.
I'm so thankful of what he said, because it gives me more motivation, determination to focus more and to prove that at age of 40, I feel like 29. But this is fun.
Despite being in his late 40s, Pacquiao expresses genuine enthusiasm about his boxing comeback, with his love for the sport continuing to fuel him daily. He reveals that returning to training has rekindled the same fire and anticipation he experienced during his prime years.
I just give you this passage of verses in the Bible. This in Jeremiah 9, verse 23-24, it says, this is what the Lord says, let not the wise boast about their wisdom, or the strong boast about their strength, or the rich boast about their riches. But let the one who boast about this, that they have the understanding to know me, that I am the Lord who exercises kindness, justice, and righteousness on earth. For in this I delight, declares the Lord.
Pacquiao clarifies that this rematch is happening now because both legends believe they remain physically capable of elite-level competition. Since Mayweather has emerged from retirement following years away from sanctioned professional bouts, the timing has aligned perfectly for their long-awaited second encounter.
Why is now, 11 years after the first fight, why is now the right time for this rematch?
It just happened that I'm still active in boxing, and he come out from retirement, so and he decided to do it again. So this is it. Like I'm so excited for the fight.
It's going to be in the Sphere. It's going to be a first of its kind event. The last time you and Mayweather stepped into a ring, it was 2015, over a decade ago. Is there anything you can learn from that fight heading into September's bout?
Oh yeah, I learned a lot on that fight. Way back 2015, I think we become mature right now, and how to handle it, and I hope that it will not happen again, like the way it is last 2015. It's the experience is like not really 100%, but I'm hoping for this time around, no more excuses, especially to my condition, and also for everything.
Manny reflects on their initial meeting with Mayweather, admitting he believed his performance was sufficient for victory, even while not being at his optimal physical state.
Best.
Floyd, in the ring that night, did you feel handicapped where you couldn't throw with that, that hand?
I feel like, disappointed in myself, because when I'm throwing punches in the fourth round, because he's leaning on the rope, and then attacking him, starting my pressure to him. But I feel like when I throw my hands, I feel like I cut my hands. I feel like I don't have my right hand. So
Got it.
So
you're basically fighting with one arm, one hand,
yes.
right?
So, and then I feel no pain because of, I think because of your adrenaline is high. So, but I feel like I don't have a arm in my. I feel like it's cut.
Cut off.
Yeah, cut off.
I
yeah,
got it.
in my
So
right hand.
despite that,
Looking ahead to their rematch, he expresses hope that both competitors will arrive in prime fighting form, ensuring the result accurately represents their genuine capabilities.
For everything. Like I'm so excited and ready to the fight. Although before he wants an exhibition with me, but I disagree, and I don't want to fight with exhibition with him. I want to fight a real fight like this. So this is it. Like this is what I'm waiting for.
Manny, you mentioned not being 100% the first time around. I think it was a shoulder, right? Was it a shoulder issue that you were
Yes,
fighting
yes,
through, popped up during training? To the fans who are excited about this, but a little bit worried about another injury coming up, because we're all 11 years older than we were back in 2015. To them and their concerns, you say what?
Well, both of us are disciplined fighters, so him and me, we taking care of our body, and we always work out almost every day and playing basketball like that. So right now, I still can fight. Like I feel like I'm still young. I mean, nothing changed.
Despite battling through a severe shoulder injury, Manny Pacquiao maintains he performed well enough to defeat Floyd Mayweather Jr. in their initial encounter. Pacquiao has stated he felt he delivered more punches and connected with cleaner, more effective strikes during the fight. He continues to argue that from his perspective, he earned the win despite the judges awarding Mayweather a unanimous decision victory.
despite that, did you feel like you still won the fight on points because he ran from you so much?
When I reviewed the fight, I threw a lot of punches than him, and then I connected more than he connected. But you know, like I said, I know how to accept loss, and I respect the decision of the judges.
Do you?
Yeah.
But you still thought, you said after the fight you thought you
In
won.
my heart, if you ask me, of course, I still believe that I won the fight.
Okay. So tell us, what do you think of Floyd Mayweather Jr. out of the ring, just as a person? How do you view him?
Well, it's for me, it's not good for him that he won like that, and the people that there's a big question in the minds of the fans. Big question because of that controversial decision. Although I'm not complaining that what's happening, but I respect like I said, I respect the decision of the judges, but in my belief, in my heart, that I thought I won the fight.
Floyd has consistently displayed unwavering self-assurance, particularly regarding his memorable showdown with Manny Pacquiao. During previous media appearances, Floyd characterized their 2015 encounter as a straightforward victory, claiming he dominated Pacquiao through superior defensive tactics and exceptional ring intelligence.
I'm not going to say he's right, and I'm not going to say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million.
Who did?
I mean, you know, I don't like to throw certain individuals under the bus, because we don't do that.
Somebody gave you $4 million for saying your name.
He said my name when he didn't supposed to. Remember, I said it's a time and a place for any and everything.
Yeah.
He said my name, and I said, you know, you in the wrong. Remember, I want you guys to go check out Manny Pacquiao when he got upset a few times, when he said, oh, Floyd, you using my name, But remember, he got famous because they said this could be the guy that could possibly dethrone the king. Did it happen? Absolutely not. Was he easy? Absolutely.
He wasn't easy.
Okay, so 10 rounds to 2 ain't easy?
It was a good fight. Like, yeah.
10 rounds.
Floyd has consistently challenged Manny Pacquiao's comeback from the beginning, cautioning that it could damage his reputation while implying that financial considerations are the primary motivation.
Whereas Pacquiao, at his age, which is sad that he has to fight.
However, Roy Jones Jr. sparked fresh controversy by challenging Floyd Mayweather's accomplishments, implying his victory over Manny Pacquiao lacked true significance. Jones suggested Pacquiao wasn't in prime condition during their fight, raising questions about the legitimacy of Floyd's triumph.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez, because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game.
Yeah, of course.
But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
When that's not how that goes. That's not reality. But in the business world, it is, because look how much money.
Pacquiao has frequently stated that although he and Mayweather Jr. share one of boxing's most iconic feuds, he maintains genuine respect for Mayweather beyond the ring. Pacquiao emphasizes that boxing represents their chosen career, and after any contest concludes, there should be mutual admiration between two competitors who have devoted their entire lives to the sport.
Do you want the rematch in part? How do you view him just as a person, not about the fight, but you've expressed before that you never really liked what he stood for outside the ring as a person, and you would like to defeat him because of that. Is that fair to say?
I'm what I see him outside the ring is you know, of course I don't want to blame him, but the way he grow with the wrong community, I mean, like, and you have to know how to respect and how to, you know, not too arrogant or anything. I'm not saying that, but you know, sometimes bad company corrupt good character.
For almost 10 years, supporters have desperately demanded a second fight. Both champions have occasionally teased the possibility, dropping hints through mysterious interviews or orchestrated public appearances, but no definitive plans ever came to fruition until this moment. The question remains why Mayweather isn't consistently ranked among the top 5 pound-for-pound fighters.
Floyd Mayweather, he's running the whole 12 rounds and he won the fight.
Manny, who are the top 5 fighters you ever fought, you think?
Barrera, Morales, Marquez, De La Hoya, Cotto, what else? Margarito.
Why no Floyd Mayweather? Why not Floyd Mayweather? Why isn't he in the top 5?
Floyd Mayweather, he's running the whole 12 rounds and he won the fight. How is that? I mean, you know, I feel sorry to the fans because the fight is boring. You know, the fight is boring. Like, that's not the fans expecting to us. I mean, as a fighter.
The bout has received official confirmation, with Netflix making the announcement through their verified social media channels. Netflix revealed Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, stating that two of boxing's most legendary figures will clash again in the inaugural professional boxing event at the Sphere in Las Vegas on Saturday, September 19th, streaming live worldwide exclusively on Netflix. Some supporters are genuinely thrilled about this matchup. One enthusiastic fan commented that this is absolutely the perfect venue for such a fight, providing global reach and an incredible profile at the Sphere with two legends competing, adding that anyone criticizing this event is missing the point and should simply appreciate what promises to be a massive spectacle, bringing great exposure back to boxing.
Hearing from reliable sources that Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, yes, more than 10 years later, a rematch is being seriously discussed to take place next year on Netflix. And Netflix, of course, is very much into eventizing these, whatever they put on, whether it's boxing or tennis. And so far, they've done Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. They just did they just did Canelo against Crawford. And obviously, a rematch between Mayweather and Pacquiao, even at this stage, would classify as a big event for Netflix. And I think is a real possibility this is going to happen. Mayweather is now 46, I believe. And Pacquiao's around the same age. But look, this was the biggest fight in boxing history when it happened. And I think all these years later, a rematch, if it happens, especially after the way Pacquiao looked in July against Barrios, there would be serious interest.
The second meeting between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao transcends typical boxing promotion, evolving into a massive commercial entertainment venture for Netflix. Rather than following the conventional pay-per-view model that generated enormous revenue from their initial 2015 clash, this sequel will broadcast live worldwide on Netflix for its over 325 million subscribers without additional fees, vastly increasing the potential viewership. This approach aligns with Netflix's broader expansion into live sporting content, leveraging their enormous subscriber network to boost engagement, attract sponsorships, drive merchandise revenue, and create international buzz surrounding the event instead of depending on individual purchase transactions. Netflix expects to gain substantial long-term commercial benefits through subscription growth and enhanced brand recognition, transforming the rematch into both an athletic competition and a calculated business venture.
For the streaming giant.
When people say the biggest fight in boxing history, you know, if you don't adjust for inflation, et cetera, or tickets sold, et cetera, you know, Joe Louis and Max Schmeling, the rematch, Ali and Frazier, the first fight, these were the biggest fights in boxing history. But Mayweather and Pacquiao was easily the biggest fight of its era, of the generation. And it was the highest grossing fight of all time. Because it had 4.4 million pay-per-view buys at $100 a pop. Do the math, right? It's interesting because Netflix is obviously in the business of, you said, eventizing.
Yes.
Everyone, they want enormous events that become shared experiences. In a way, in this day and age, partly because of delivery systems of content like Netflix, everything is so niche. You know, everything is so compartmentalized that there's very few shared experiences. It's one of the reasons that the NFL is such a big deal.
Similar to how the NFL attracts tens of millions of viewers, numerous boxing enthusiasts and sports analysts have expressed considerable doubt regarding Manny Pacquiao's ability to defeat Floyd Mayweather Jr. in their upcoming rematch, primarily due to Pacquiao's underwhelming showing following his return to competition. Following a 4-year absence from professional boxing, Manny Pacquiao staged his highly anticipated comeback, but his display against WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios generated lukewarm responses from many spectators. At 46 years old, Pacquiao demonstrated glimpses of his former prowess and determination, yet he appeared to lack the precision and dynamic power that previously established him as one of boxing's most dangerous competitors. The fight, which concluded in a majority draw, witnessed Pacquiao being tactically outmaneuvered periodically by a younger, more energetic adversary, and although he connected with meaningful punches, his coordination and velocity appeared reduced from his peak years. What was intended as a glorious return instead emphasized the physical challenges that advancing age and prolonged absence from top-tier competition impose, serving as a reminder that even exceptional athletes encounter constraints as they mature.
Won the fight, Manny? Coming back and doing that tonight, you proved a lot of doubters wrong tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm still kicking. I'm still okay. My condition. I'm so thankful to God because of the strength and good health. You know, it's not for me, but for God who give me the strength. I'm still here being to give inspiration to the boxing world. You know, I'm also you guys, you're a big part and big help to the boxing community to promote the fights and like that. I'm so thankful. Let's keep it up. Thank you.
Do you think you'll fight again at the end of the year when you get the rematch?
Freddie Roach recently delivered a confident prediction about Pacquiao versus Mayweather 3, discussing both fighters' underlying drives. According to Roach, defeating Floyd would allow both men to retire satisfied, essentially ending their careers on the highest note possible. He acknowledged Floyd as among the world's elite fighters who earned the decision in their previous encounter, though Roach considered it an extremely tight verdict. Despite Manny's shoulder issues in the first fight, Roach firmly believes that a completely healthy Pacquiao would dominate Mayweather convincingly. Roach views a rematch as the ideal conclusion to both legendary careers, confident that Pacquiao possesses all the necessary skills to overwhelm Mayweather in a genuine competitive battle. This represents a powerful declaration from Roach, who believes that after such a victory, there would be nothing remaining for either fighter to demonstrate, allowing both warriors to conclude their careers with their reputations solidified, provided Pacquiao emerges victorious.
Is that a fight that your team wants, Freddie?
Definitely. That would be a fight we would want. I would like to get that one back one more time. I know we can do much better. You know, we had an injury in that fight, but you know, regardless, we lost a close decision. I know Manny can do much better than that, and I really think Manny can knock him out.
Really? Right. Like you said, Manny had an injury last time. Now, Floyd hasn't fought in a little bit. He's 42 years old. Manny looks sharp. So you think Manny would knock Floyd Mayweather out in the rematch?
Yeah, you know, Floyd's last couple of fights against a kickboxer and whatever the other guy was, he wasn't too impressive, and I think it's a good time to catch him right now. It's kind of disappointing that he didn't stay for the decision and let Manny call him out. he went home quickly.
Was Manny going to call out Floyd?
That's the one he and I won, and I'm sure he would have, yes.
Roach has openly indicated that a primary factor preventing the Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight from occurring for several years was his belief that Floyd Mayweather Jr. was hesitant to face Manny Pacquiao, worried about jeopardizing his flawless record. Roach accused Mayweather of creating extensive requirements regarding drug testing protocols and additional stipulations that delayed contract negotiations, describing some of these as pretexts to dodge the confrontation. He further argued that Mayweather only agreed to the original bout due to overwhelming media attention and fan demands, suggesting that Mayweather genuinely had no desire to compete against his fellow boxing legend. Roach has consistently argued that Pacquiao's abilities and danger level were the underlying reasons Mayweather postponed committing to the fight for such an extended period.
Do you think Floyd is scared to fight Manny?
Well, you know, he's 42 now, and Manny's a fresh 40. I think he's ducking us right now. Yeah, I mean, because you don't hear no negotiations, no nothing, no rumors. He's being very, very quiet right now.
Wow. Okay. If Floyd is watching this, Freddie, what is your message to him?
The contracts are there. All you have to do is sign them, son.
Are you hopeful that it will happen? Do you think there's an actual chance that it will happen?
I do think it could happen. Yes, it's probably not till next year. But the thing is, it is a big fight out there, and again, a fresh Manny with no injuries. I love that fight.
Well, as a boxing fan, I would be really excited to see Manny get another crack at Floyd healthy. I think, clearly he was inhibited, with the shoulder last time.
Pacquiao has made his priorities crystal clear, stating that his complete focus now centers on boxing rather than political pursuits. After distancing himself from his political ambitions, including a recent failed campaign for a Philippine Senate position, Pacquiao declared that his political chapter has ended permanently, with his energy devoted exclusively to his ring return. Pacquiao stressed that he genuinely missed competitive fighting and that returning to competition has reignited his deep love for boxing. Instead of balancing political aspirations, he wants to concentrate on training, competing, and enhancing his sporting legacy in the discipline he treasures most. The Filipino icon confirmed his dedication to performing at his highest level inside the ring, stating he no longer considers political involvement in his future plans.
We want to know, do you plan to return to politics, or is boxing now your focus for the next few years?
First of all, I would like to congratulate all the fighters, the Filipinos who won the fight tonight. I'm proud of them, being a Filipino. And also, this is all I can say, that Pacman is back and the journey will continue. And about politics, forget about politics. I'm a private citizen right now. I want to live simple life, be giving inspiration, and to help. I'm still helping other people. And, that's my heart, to leave a legacy. Because I always say this to everyone, the Filipino, especially the Filipino people. I want to create a legacy that I can leave behind when we're gone. Because we're not forever in this world. We're just passing by.
What are your opinions on all this anticipation surrounding the Mayweather versus Pacquiao rematch? Share your reactions in the comments section.